within the mayor's office believed the alleged video exists and that 2 shootings have been linked to it. That's right, folks, 2 shootings have been linked to it. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's who this dude is. Like, he's gonna sweep that shit under the carpet, and if you have any involvement with that tape, you better watch your ass, cause he's coming for you. It's funny to me, like, on a level, like, you know, he has that smirk on his face, like, oh shit, like, fuck yeah, smoking crack, are you stupid? Like, no, we're not stupid, not at all, and we've seen you in various positions. Maybe not you, Rob Ford, but you know, like, we've seen you. You're not unique. You're the same motherfucker that is excessive and drinks and smokes and beats his wife and shit. We know who you are, you know. Like, it's not surprising to me. Now, am I worried about, like, you know, repercussions because he's heavily affiliated with the police, etc., etc.? Not really. I'm not really worried because I don't sell drugs, I don't do drugs, I don't promote drug use, I'm not a gangbanger, I don't tote guns, and that's not my shit. I'm not, like, that's not me. Like, I was informed a while back that if they are looking for public enemy number 1, and they've classified public enemy number 1 as people that look like me, dress like me, you know, and then now they're saying the activities of public enemy number 1 is sells weed or sells, you know, fucking weed. Like, they don't want to use shit, but, well, yeah, they'll lock you up for it, you know, part of the program, but, you know, you sell drugs, gangbang, you're a thug, you know, like, them kind of shit. Like, if I was promoting any of that stuff and I was out there on the road, like one of those wire niggers, you know what I mean, like those guys who believe in that shit, then I'd be worried. But I'm not that guy. Like, public enemy number 1 is not who I'm depicting myself as, you know? Like, so they're gonna have a hard time trying to wrap me up in that basket, because I'm nowhere near that basket at all. So that's that shit. So, you know, I don't choose to do any of that stuff, but if I did, and, you know, like, if I chose to tote guns and whatever, then I would be very concerned. And all you guys on Facebook and all that shit promoting your shit of what you do, promoting, you know, your dirty laundry, yeah, just be careful, man. I'll do a video on Facebook another time, maybe. Now, you see, again, we're gonna get back to the issue here. This dude, on top of being, like, an alcoholic, excessive, a wife beater, you know, the woman battery shit. It's like that shit is heinous to me, you know. But this guy also breaks laws. Like, when he just breaks, like, the bylaws. Like, the guy's being caught driving with his cell phone, being caught, like, you know, like, reading a paper with his cell phone. Okay, I'm gonna read something. Here's the Metu Netter. You know, this is a good book to get if you don't know. But I'm gonna just read something here, and let's pretend I was driving, okay? Now, why is it on the fucking road there? Why is it on the screen? Nothing. I'm reading. That shit is some dangerous shit. Like, dangerous shit. Now, you see, now, if somebody got killed during his, you know, his chapter review, his latest chapter review, I wonder what the pundits would be saying then. Like, they'd probably be saying the same shit that I'm saying right now, but no, let's just wait until somebody gets murdered on the highway, or, you know, somebody gets murdered from another shooting that's associated or related to this video. Now, to sum it up, basically, I'm saying this motherfucker is one of those guys. He's worse than Bush. He's way worse than Bush. Like, when it comes to the I don't give a shit mode, that guy is tops. Like, this guy moves like fucking Tony Soprano. Like, that's how the guy moves. Let's put a picture up of Soprano here. Like, look, it's the same fucking guy. Drink heavy, smoke crack, like, the same shit. Like, now, even when he addresses you, and like when people are asking him the questions, like, hey, we saw you smoking crack, like, the wind, like the air that he addresses you in, is this fucking. So, fuck off. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. But that's how he addresses you. He knows like how he did before, that he has the means and the connections to do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and there's not much you or I are gonna really do to affect change for him. So if he chooses to, drink, smoke, beat, snort, glutton himself to that's 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 arbitrary. It ain't gonna change shit. He's gonna be that guy. Now, the latest developments that I've seen regarding associating it with the shootings and stuff like that now, because I was figuring that out from a while. Like, I was like, how come people ain't just winding up dead right now? Like, this guy is under fire. I figured that out, but it seems that now, since a couple of media outlets have put that together, that he might not have been playing ball on a certain level. Like, he's probably playing ball on most levels, but he probably didn't do exactly as was told. And so he has some choices to make right now. He either starts playing ball like the way that they want the ball to be played, or like he's gonna get disgraced in scandal. He will be disgraced in scandal. Like, right now, like next month, we'll probably like forget about this shit if if Rihanna takes off her pants or some shit. Like, so. Like, it's not a big thing for him. If he plays ball, then he's no problem for him. If he continues doing whatever the fuck he did, I don't know what it was he did, but if he continues, disgraced in scandal, like, that's what's gonna happen. Now, for us to be concerned about this guy smoking crack and, like, I guess he could be concerned, but if you really think that these individuals that are on those levels, those echelons, are not doing all that shit, like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I really don't know how to communicate effectively with somebody that really is under the okie doke, that's under that spell. We can talk about, like, Mary Had a Little Lamb and shit, but, like, beyond that, like, we can talk about what, what's that guy's name, Jon Stewart or Walter Cronkite when he was around. Where the fuck's on television? We could talk about that shit, period, and then just leave it at that, face value. But, these are the type of guys out there that they live excessively, man. Like, they have jets and shit, and, like, you really think they ain't snorting a few lines when they want to snort some lines and get high? Like, really? Like, come on, man. These are the guys who pay $1,000 for a plate, and then they'll waste half of the shit. $1,000 for you can get 8 ball for fucking bucks, bucks. Right? Like, there's like, you can pay $1,000 for a plate of food, man. Like, don't get confused. Now, again, who and what and what they want to do and shit, like, and like, that stuff, like, but they have to be careful where they do it and when they do it, like, because apparently the shit's on tape, dog. So that shit, like, you fucked up. Now, don't be surprised if you never ever see that tape. You probably will never see it. I'll probably never see that tape unless he really fucks up and he starts to really go against the grain of his handlers, But I wouldn't doubt if he, like, Ford is not a small name, like fucking Ford Motor Company, etc. I didn't do the research, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's connected. Now, you see, don't be surprised, man, if you don't see the tape and if this shit gets buried under the carpet and you never hear about the shit ever again. But just know who you elected, man. Take a fucking look at the guy, man. The guy's one of those guys. He's one of those guys. And I can't say that, we really have a hand in electing. Our votes really don't mean shit. It's just like for them to understand what they're able to do. They're able to understand what the public is thinking by the votes and how far they can go with the agenda. That's really what they're dealing with. So, you know, the vote thing, blah, 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 blah. But, like, you know, what else is going on right now? Like, he smokes crack, and he breaks all kind of laws, beats his wife and all kind of shit, and he's still there, in you know, and he, why wasn't any of this coming up, like, a few years ago? Yeah, so anyway, like, don't be surprised if you never see the tape, like, ever, you know, like, and if you stop hearing about this incident within the next, you know, 30 days, 45 days or so. Well, I'm not sure how long exactly, but, you know, I'm just taking that into account with the length or the longevity of the pop culture shit that goes on right now. Like, they'll recycle the same garbage but dress it up a bit differently every 30 days or so. It's like a windshield wiper, you know, just like, but it's coming back again with the same shit. But just dressed up a little differently, but your memory just gets wiped, like if you forgot and shit, like you forgot that Chris Farley looked like that when Mayor Ford got elected and shit, you know what I mean? Like, anyway. But, just, you know, don't believe the hype, man. And Mayor Ford smoking crack, who gives a fuck, man. You knew he did to begin with. When you look at his face, you know he drinks hard, you know he parties hard, you know he does whatever the fuck he wants to do, and he don't give a shit if you like it or dislike it. So unless you think you're gonna do something to change that, like, I don't really understand. You know, like, I see people dying soon. I see some people get murdered soon because this shit is just not acceptable. But as I said, if Mayor Ford decides that he's gonna play ball with the controllers again, we're not even gonna hear about this shit come July 15th. So keep it moving. Peace. I'm out.